Hello and welcome back to Thoughts from a Cluttered Mind, a series where I go over several topics and hopefully do not offend anyone when I do so, but generally just let things to go out there as they are. Now, there were no comments in the last video, so I shall not hit upon any of those, and today I decided that I would talk about politics. Now, before I do this, I want to make it clear that I did not vote in this election period, being that I didn't like any of the candidates really, and people primarily say you should vote for at least the people in the Senate and governors and blah blah blah, but ultimately if I would vote, I'd really want to vote for the presidency, and I live in a country where I'm very thankful to be allowed not to have to vote and vote if I so choose and not have like a dictator or tyrant or any of those things over me. So yeah, we'll leave that as it is. Also, I want to make it very clear also that I don't like politics. I believe that it is a flawed system and believe that it should be restructured. Now, what I mean by this is that the president is the person that should be elected by the people. He's the person that, or she, excuse me, is the person that should be the representative of the people. The whole popular vote and then also electoral vote system to me seems entirely flawed. Those that get the popular vote should be president, whomever it is. And that's it. The people voted for him. They're supposed to be the one to represent the people. That is as it is, and that's what I think. As well as the fact that there should be a term limit upon the people that we elect into offices. The people that get set into this office and then generally may not even listen to the people that got them there or vote for those people that got them there or even represent fully those people that got them there in the first place. If you're in a position of power, any position of power, and you got there because of the people, you're supposed to represent those people. You're not supposed to vote ways that you want to vote. You shouldn't, completely bend your will to another, but you're representative. You are not there to get your own ends. And that is why I don't like politics. Politics have now become something where this party or that party gets everything done that they like, or these group of people have a similar mindset and they band together to get this pushed through, or blah blah blah, things like that. You're supposed to be in office to represent those that you are to serve, and also in that so doing make the world a better place. And yeah, I know you can make the argument, well, they have to get this done because the people may not like it, but it ends up helping them. Well, okay, fine, but that's some of the things. That's not everything that they should be doing, and a term limit would help that. And if there is a term limit, they should not, again, should not just be sent in there because of a vote from them. If they're supposed to represent the people, they should be voted in by these said people. Similar to, I'd say, a secondary like election for a president, except make it be if they're, say, from Wisconsin, only from Wisconsin voters get to send the people in. Make it a more campaign run, which therefore they would make more money go all over the place, and then also would make it so that the people get to decide whom their lawmakers are. And I think that would make things better. Now, when it comes to these things, I believe also that, well, my basis for political ideals are, oddly enough, from comedians. They see things in a different way than your average person would, and decide to be sometimes a walking parody of it or to hit upon it. The people like George Carlin, Louis Black, Robin Williams, Carlos Mencia, they all hit upon politics in various ways. And again, mentioning Carlos Mencia, he has a very, well, I don't know how popular it may be, but to me, a very, 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 very good video about how being asked if he was liberal or if he was conservative, he simply answered with yes, which is the best way to do it in my opinion. It's all relative. It depends upon the topic. For me, I believe that guns should be allowed in the legal ways. If you are getting a gun legally, you should be allowed to have a gun legally and go pretty much anywhere you want with it, because you got it legally. Now you need to accept the consequences from doing something bad. However, those that have bad ideals in store already, they're not going to listen to a little sign or anything of that nature. They're going to do what they're going to do. And now again, abortion, another big topic. If you want to get one, it's your body, it's your life, you can go ahead and do it. If you make things illegal, anything illegal, it generally hurts the public. Now, mind you, yes, there's things out there that acids and blah blah blah, drugs, blah blah blah, drugs, they should be illegal because of this, or they should be illegal because of that, or doing this should be illegal. Yeah, I understand that. But if you legalize most things, or at least put kind of like parameters on things, yes, people potentially go out of those parameters. However, it will ultimately help. It just adds in influxes of money, and it adds in also, the people not breaking the law, trying to do simple things like people can go out there and drink and drive and they'll get caught X amount of times before something bad happens, except if they go out there and smoke pot and drive and they get in trouble with it, then it's possession and it's a worse charge. And a whole bunch of things like that make no sense. But anyway, I digress. It's about politics, really. And what I mean, though, is that politics should be used to represent the people. The people that are in the country should dictate whom it is that they want to run it. It should not be parties. It should not be ideals held by a few. It should be a representative of the all. And yes, not everyone will agree with that. That's why it's a popular vote. The most popular person gets in. That's how I think things should be. Allow the people to decide those whom lead them, and yes, they need to accept the fact that the people that you have lead you, once they get into a position where they are given more information, they may contradict that which they have said with their actions. Because simply, if you get into this position of power, you may not know until you do so the full story. And people need to accept that no one can know the full story until they're there. And that's how I think things should be run. It's make most things legalized, make the people decide whom it is that's going to lead them, and generally just try and make things better. If you can try that, usually you'll do pretty well. And that's all I wish to say about politics. If you have any questions, or if you have anything that you want to contradict me upon or poke fun at me, go right ahead. I will answer most of the comments and maybe make a video relating to those comments. Thank you so much for listening, and have a nice day. Bye.